What's up, guys? We got a 2004 Accord. We're gonna change the high pressure power steering line and the power steering pump. So this line, we're gonna do separate videos. So this line runs from here to 10 millimeters. We're gonna take off that 10 millimeter there, and the line goes down. There's a small bracket there, right there, and then there's one over there. And we're gonna disconnect this power pressure sensor, and then we're gonna cut the line from that side right there. Let me show you guys. We're gonna cut it right there. You guys gonna see that part too. We're gonna cut the line from down there where it reaches. It goes under the mount and then it just slides right out, and then it connects here. So this is the part number here if you guys want to get. This is a 2.4 liter engine right here. We got a power pressure sensor. We're gonna change that to 2.4 liter engine, 2004 to 2007. I'm sorry, 2003 to 7 is the same process. So we're gonna, this pressure sensor goes right here on the line. That's the little connector I showed you right there on the line. And high pressure sensor, it should come with a seal. So let me open the packages, then I'll show you. Also, you're gonna need 2 quarts of, not 2 quarts, 2 of these are bottles, Bacardi, and that's a part number right there, power steering fluid. So there we have it. We got the line here. So this end, this is where we're gonna cut it from right here, down there. We're gonna cut it from right here down below there. Okay, not the new line, but the old line. Come with 2 seals. One goes on the front here, the other one goes on the sensor. So here's the sensor. This is what the sensor looked like. It was in this box. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe, share, and like, and let's start the action. Okay, to start this job, I want to take off this 10 millimeter here and put this somewhere safe. Both of these bolts, they're special bolts. And come on, I don't want this thing to fall. Oh my god, I can't reach. I got the camera in the other hand. Okay, that was crazy. So it's gonna be a spillage here, so let's not remove this. Let that sit there right there. I do want to take off this right here. And now, okay, you could turn this little guy and get this guy off, because we're gonna put this back on later on. And let's see if this has a splice, and if it doesn't, we're gonna have to cut this. So it doesn't have a splice, we'll cut that and get it out. Now we're gonna take off the 2 bolts down there. They're both the brackets, so I'm gonna get them off, and then we'll remove them. Okay, I gotta get a long extension with the swivel. I went and got me this long extension. I'm gonna reach all the way down there, and I'm gonna get that bolt out. It's a 10 millimeter swivel in the front. Okay, counterclockwise, and there you go. Our bolt is stuck with, there you go, number 10 is there. So these are the 2 mounting brackets that's holding this down, and I'm gonna get the second one out here. Come on, sometimes it's hard to angle things down here, not with one hand especially. But there you have it. Got that on, and we got the line kind of loose. Okay, they're both, these bolts should be same. Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side. Both of these 10 millimeters are the same. We're gonna just leave it right there. Okay, now what I want to do is you also want to disconnect this sensor. So just put your hand on it and disconnect this sensor. I'm gonna have to switch. This is the sensor here. Disconnect this, push the tab, and it comes right off. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm switching hands here. So I'm simply just going down here. Hopefully the camera can see. I'm gonna squeeze the tab, which is freaking filthy here. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to do it with the camera looking at me, but I need both hands. So I'm gonna get it off, and then I will show you guys. Okay, there we have it. We got the sensor out. Right there is disconnected. Just disconnected, not out. So I want to go grab both of those. That one is going to come with the line, but this one might fall. So you might want to grab this one. Okay, I don't have gloves on here, but this is what it looked like. Let's leave this here. The other one's going to stay with the line. You're going to just pull it. The other line's going to come out of it. Okay, it's not going to come out of it, so we're going to have to kind of remove that too. But let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna remove that one too. Just, you're gonna have to open it up just like we did to this one. So you're gonna open it up like that and get that off. And now it's time for us to cut the line from the other side. Okay, so I got my 3-inch cutoff right there on the line. I'm gonna cut this from right here. The closer the better. And this is the one you want to cut, not the other one, because the other one is a low pressure. And be careful with everything else. It's gonna smoke. There you have it. There's nothing inside this little guy. This thing is bone dry. I'm not sure why it's bone dry, because there should have been some fluid in there, unless his rack is leaking also. A lot of stuff is the issue on his car, but there we have it. We cut the line off. I'm gonna get the light so we can get a better visual here. And this is what this baby's looking like right now. We're gonna get that out, and we're gonna get a deep 17, and I'm gonna get my air tool out, and we're gonna turn that the fitting off. If there's anything in here, I'll put like a little cloth here. Yep, there's some fluid in here. So we're gonna get this out. So the line's gotta come out. Now what we're gonna do is, if you take a look at it from right here, it's gonna be a mess in the front, but this line simply just slides right out of there, and that bracket is kind of, okay, there you go, we got the bracket out too. So the line should just wiggle out of here. Okay, we're gonna have to kind of play around with this. So there is fluid in this leaking from the front. So either it went down from over here, okay, and this line should just simply, and same way you're gonna slide it back in. Okay, the sensor goes to garbage with it, because we're gonna put the new sensor, and this seal is gonna be new. So let me go dispose this. I probably got another line sitting back there, because I did 2 back to back. These usually tend to leak. And there you go. We are gonna need that bracket up in the front. We'll come back to it. We're gonna need this bracket, we're gonna need this bushing, we're gonna need this bushing, splice it, take it out, and we're gonna put a new sensor in. So here's another line that's sitting over here. All right, so it's time for us to reverse procedure this baby. So what we got here is a deep 17mm socket with a swivel and 3/8 drive extensions. This is about 1-2 feet long. I'm probably gonna add another one, and I got me a 3/8 drive ratchet here. So what you want to do is you want to take this little guy and you want to get it on to that fitting. Once we get it on to that fitting, we can just simply turn this guy. So I might not be, okay, I hope it's a 17. It's got to be 17. Yep. Let's see if I can get it on with my hand. It might be a 19. Yep, this one's different, so it's got to be like 19. So I'm gonna go get another socket. I thought it looked like a 17 socket, and I'm gonna send it from right here between these two lines. Let's see if I can get it on now without any issues. And I still think it's not a 19 either. Okay, it's not a 19 either. It might be a 21. How can that be? All right, we're gonna have to switch up sockets one more time, and I'll be back again. I did the other one, it was 17. Here we are with the 19 now. Same thing, we're gonna get it between this fuel line here, this evap line and coolant line, and we should be able to get this on now without any issues. I want to be on this side of that freaking, okay, there you go, got it on. So I'm gonna have to turn this. I'm gonna have to put the camera to the side a little bit, and once I turn it, once I loosen it, I will show you guys. So I'm gonna put this ratchet on and just turn it counterclockwise. Okay, so I got this loose, and I had to use a different type of socket here. This is what I had to use here. Let me see if you can, I don't know why my camera is so dark. There you go. So I had to use a swivel here, 19mm swivel, because deep socket wasn't I think his engine mount is kind of bad. So there you go, I got it loose, it's coming out. So I'm in a very bad position because I'm holding the light and the camera with one hand, and I'm turning it with the other hand. But once I have it out, this is where I'm working from right here. Once I have it up, I'll show you. There you go, I got it out. Also let you guys know, I put a small little bucket down below. So there's that, I'm gonna leave that there. I was hoping this come out of this little guy. It's probably kind of wiggled out, but there you go. So if you want, cut it right to the neck, and then put a short socket on. Deep socket won't, short socket won't work because this won't have enough gap in there. That's why my swivel right there had it. But if you want to put a deep socket, then it comes back here and hits the mount back here. There you have it. So what I'm gonna do is this sensor, this pressure sensor has a seal on it. You can match up a wrench, and all you do is it's gonna kind of feel like it's not even tight, but it is gonna be like the seal is gonna do its job. So that's it, and tighten it up. I will show you all the torque specs later on for this, for that, and for those, and all the little other bolts. But anyways, tighten this up and do it now because it's gonna be difficult later. Okay, got the sensor tight. So same way we took off, same way you're gonna slip it right back in there. If you wanna get the bushings in now, it's all up to you. I can do it later. So I did put a little bit of tape on the fitting here because we don't want any dirt and everything going through. So if you got a buddy helping you, that's great. I gotta record, so it's kind of complicated. So I'm gonna go in right from where we took it off from. So it should go in, it will go in. There should be no issues trying to get this line in, okay? And it's gonna come out through the other side. You're just gonna have to kind of play around with it and wiggle it around. Okay, you see it's sticking out already. There you go. We got the line within. The hardest part was me trying to get that fitting out, the fitting that right from the neck where we cut it. So I got where I want this to be at. Now I'm gonna take off the tape. I'm gonna align. It's gonna take me so long to line those threads. So make sure you line all the threads. Once you know you have it, that's when you lock it up with the 19mm wrench. Turn, put everything back together. Once I have all this together, I will come back and show you guys this part here. And then you're gonna need 2 of these. I got a bottle coming, and once you put these in, you're gonna have bubbles, so just let the engine run. But I need to change a pump. I do have a video on a pump. I am not gonna make a video on this pump, but I do have a video on a power steering pump for this particular year, make and model. So make sure you watch that video. And most of the leak was here as well, and the line. Anyways, stay tuned, and we will finish this video out. Okay, so the job is completed. So make sure you put that connector for the sensor in. I still gotta put the bracket in. The reason why I didn't put the bracket in, sometimes you gotta sometimes a defect line, you never know what's wrong with this line. That thing right there, it's a 17mm, a 16mm fitted on that. Got a 16mm, so you're gonna have to turn. Make sure you line it well. This is a 16mm here. And then you turn, and it locks up. I will give you all the torque specs. A new O-ring that came with the pump. Both of them came with the pump. So you put an O-ring onto the area, the slot, the groove. Put a new O-ring on it. Put a little bit of oil on it and smack this on and tighten the bolts up. Same thing here, O-ring, and then put this on. Now we're down to putting a power steering fluid. So you don't want to let this power steering pump run dry. It does have oil in it, but it's not the end of the world. A lot of people will criticize you, but nothing is gonna happen over here. So top it off half the way. I spilled some. It's gonna suck in immediately. So you're gonna come back, you're gonna start the engine. Now we're gonna start the engine. I'm gonna take off my gloves, and then I'm gonna walk into the car. And then I'm gonna come back and start putting more fluid into it. So gonna go inside the car. It's gonna go don't turn the wheel yet. It's gonna suck the fluid in, put more fluid in, check for leak. And if there's any other leaks, who knows what this car what kind of leak it has. Probably this guy never does anything, so maybe rack and pinion. But anyways, it could be leaking from a lot of these low pressure lines. You never know. I got the other bottle open and ready just in case I need more. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna turn the key, have the window down so I can access easier and better if I need to. So I'm done with this. It kind of leaked from down there. I had to retighten it. Go back and forth with the steering and let it drive. All the bubbles are gonna come out and no leaks anywhere. You're good to go. Check where the sensor is also, and you're all good. Thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. See you guys on the next video. Bye bye.